Okay, so what we want to do now, we're going to make some noggins. Now the wall, when we stand the wall up, there's two things we need to know about a wall when it's standing straight up. One of it is that as much as there's weight put on there, all this weight put on here, what can happen is a lot of weight on here, these will bow out. So all this weight on here will push these studs and will make them bow down, a bit like your legs. Too much weight on it, we want the weight or just the load to go directly down the middle of each stud so that it goes down into the ground. So we need to even the load out. Now, we're putting noggins in for two reasons. One, we put noggins in to hold them in place to keep these straight and true. And the other one is we want to put them in a place for our internal fixing because we have plasterboard still going on the inside and they need some fixing points. So, your wall is 240, so what we want to do is we want to go halfway up the wall, so 120. So just measure up 120 millimetres. Put a line here, and then 120 up here. Probably using a big ruler. And just put a little line on every stud. And that'll give you where you need to put your noggins. Now all these scrap bits of timber that you've got, you can use all these for your noggins. And what you'll need to do is try to get these to fit in or squeeze these in somehow. So try and get them to fit nice and tight. One way is just doing it like this, eyeing it up, and then putting it in the box. And cutting it. A bit too loose. Well, that'll fit there nicely. Okay, so you've got to make sure you get them in nice and you've got to make sure that they fit in so that they don't fall out. This one I've cut and I've obviously made it too long, but it'll fit in one of these other ones, will it? It'll fit in that one nicely. Now the other thing you need to do is you can't nail these in because it's just a little more house. Bit of glue. All you need to do, bit of glue, both ends, just glue them in. I've got another one. Obviously the longer the pieces the better they are. But just be careful you don't cut your studs because sometimes you'll grab a piece and you think it's a short piece but it's actually your stud. So I've grabbed, that's my stud, I don't want them. These are okay. So the other way you can do it is to put it underneath, put it against there, put it in your box. Now remember to cut on the waist side of the line. Fits in there nicely. So once again a bit of glue. So go and do that along all of these. So all the way along. Put your noggins in, that way it's straight and true. And after you've done that we need to make sure that this wall is square. So what you'll need to do is measure from corner to corner. So this one says 550, I would say 3 or 4. And then this way it says 553, 551. So this is a shorter corner, so I've got to make this longer. So I'm going to squeeze this in a little bit, just a little bit. And that makes that one 552, and that one makes that one 552. So once you've got that done, just get a scrap piece of some sort. Make sure you do it on the outside. And we just want to square it up so it stays square, so it doesn't move around. Because squares are not strong. Without this, this will collapse. put a triangle in it. Triangles are strong. That braces that up and makes it a bit stronger. So put your noggins in, get this wall done, make sure it's correct with your model here. This looks it is. And then after you finish this wall, you can work on elevation, what have we got next? Elevation A. So that'll be this one here. You can work on that one next.